Welcome to Wages and Words. Myself, Mario Herron. Tough weekend last weekend. If your name was DDP because he just got dog walked by Khamzat, and maybe if you bet on him too, you got kicked in the nuts a little bit because I did, and he fell short. But now the question is, who is next for Khamzat to fight? When will that happen? Yada yada yada. Does DDP deserve another rematch fight? I think after looking at kind of the rankings in that division, there's a fight next week between Nasruddin and Kaio. I think the winner of that gets a title shot. You have Kaio, that's the up and comer, right? He's on a 14 fight win streak, has a ton of hype, talks a lot of crap, big fan base around him, getting a lot of hype right now. The fighting nerds, everyone freaking loves him, wants to make out with him every time they're around, damn near. And then you have the guy in the Nasruddin who's just absolutely walked through people. He just beat Israel Adesanya. He's on a 4-fight win streak himself. He's the second-ranked fighter in that division right now in the world. He deserves a shot at the belt. But if he can kind of get through Kaio, the guy that's supposed to be this next man up, if you will, if he can get through him, who stands in his way to get the belt? You give him DDP? I don't think so. I think DDP deserves another title shot because of how dominant he was, but I think someone else should get a shot at Khamzat before he gets that title shot once again. So I think the winner of next weekend's fight is going to be the next one that is in line to take the belt from Khamzat. And will they? Will they? Who knows? I don't know. We shall see. But I think that's what's going to happen next, and that's the trajectory of that division. For the fights this weekend, we have some good ones. It's going to start at a very early time. It literally starts at 6 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're on the East Coast, maybe just keep drinking all the way until the sun comes up because that's the best opportunity you're going to get to watch these fights. Speaking of that, though, there's some value. There's some exciting ones on here. Obviously, you have, some hometown guys in Sumo Derji versus Kevin Baradas. That's an early one where, the reach kind of goes to Sumo Derji. Both guys have been active, have bounced back off tough losses. I would probably take Sumo Derji to win by knockout in that fight because of one, has better strikes landed per minute, and two, Kevin absorbs a lot of punches. Nearly 6 punches absorbed per minute. That is a lot. That takes a lot of damage. He's fallen before. He can fall again. And also, the guy he's facing, it's a home turf fight. His family's probably all going to be there in the freaking stadium going nuts for him. I don't see him falling or failing in that one. They have Sergi, too, in this heavyweight fight, which is like, oh my God, thank the Lord, we finally have some heavyweights kind of tossing and going at each other because of the whole saga with John Jones. And when you see Sergi's facing Waldo Cortez Acosta, and Waldo's been insane with 14-1. He's on a 5-fight win streak. And there's a lot of things not going his way because Sergi's a very vet in this business and is a very vet fighter, has fought the best of the best. Now you go, okay, now he's getting a guy that's on the younger side that's trying to make a name for himself. You look at the rankings, Sergi's 3, Waldo's 6. And guess what? At the S plus money, at the crazy underdog that he is, I think Waldo's striking is unreal. And I think he's on a crazy good hot streak and he's been good active. I think he can take down Sergi in this one. I do think it could go by decision. But if you just want a little plus money, this could be an upset and wow everybody in the world. Maybe I think that's Waldo on that heavyweight matchup. That's why I like in that one. But again, there's also a lot of things I don't like in it. Sergi has the reach on him, which I don't love, and the experience of fighting guys that are just probably way out of Waldo's league. That I don't, not the biggest fan. But I don't know. I feel it. It's one of those feelings in your plums. Shout out Will Ferrell in that one movie. That's what I kind of feel for that one. The other one you have is Brian Ortega versus Sterling for the featherweight bout. It's now at catchweight because Ortega was struggling to make weight. And look, I don't know any which way you can fathom to make a argument for Ortega to win. Ortega loses in almost every statistic. Specific strikes landed per minute goes to Sterling. Strikes absorbed goes to Sterling. Takedown average goes to Sterling. So whose stand-up's better? Sterling's. Whose grappling's better? Sterling's. Who's been a champion? Sterling. Who has fought better guys? Sterling. Who's beaten better guys? Sterling. What are we doing here? Whose fault is it they had to move up to weight? Ortega's. So It's simple as that. You take Sterling, I think you take him to win by decision in that one, and you just kind of move on with your life. The next one that you have is Johnny Walker versus Zhang for the light heavyweight bout. Zhang has been insane. So he has 19 wins, 19 first round finishes. He's 9 for 19 on it not getting past the second round in his wins. That's absolutely nuts. Strikes landed is almost 11 permanent. He marches through anyone. And then Johnny Walker's going to walk into his stadium, going to walk into his country, his home. He's going to take the W from him. A guy whose fist could probably melt a cow. I highly doubt it. So Zhang's going to win. I'd probably be comfortable with it if you just take knockout, first round knockout. I'd say that it's going to happen again. I don't know. Anyway, it's a really hard fight for Walker. There's so many things that are going against you. And to say that he's going to walk in there and just take it from him is very, very hard for anyone to believe. Plus, just the little factors of, you go into a part of the world where, again, this prelim's at 6 a.m. Not the prelim, the main card's at 6 a.m. What you probably get in there a week and a half before to get used to that time change. Zhang's like, dude, this is my life. This is, you know what I mean? Like, this is something he's very used to. And, I'm not saying that's the end all be all. Fighters always have to go through some type of time change usually. But I'm just another factor that kind of goes in the Zhang's direction and not Walker's direction. So I think it's going to be a really tough matchup for Walker, and I think Zhang's going to win it. And that's kind of all I have for this fight card. Again, going to be really, really early. Shout to the West Coast if you're just kind of up through the night, maybe really mixing a late Red Bull vodka so you can stay up and watch this thing. But the factor I really wanted to drive home today was the Khamzat winning that belt from DDP and what is next for him, because I really do believe that Nasruddin Imavov versus Caio Borralho, that's the next contender in that division, whoever wins that fight. And it's going to be exciting one. I'm really, really excited for that one. I'll have bets for that one too as well when we come on the show this time next week. Thank you guys for listening. Shorter wages and Warriors, but what are you going to do? Share if you love it. Share if you like it. And I'll see you guys next time. But Mario Herron. And also tune into the new Bull Crew episode. It's pretty damn good. So check it out. Subscribe if you hate it. Subscribe if you love it. I don't really care.